So this is Christmas.
They're here. They're still here.
I'm Brad.
I'm Rach.
And our kids are in bed.
They're genuinely in bed this time.
And it is almost Christmas. That means you're probably shopping.
Probably.
We wanted to do an updated list of our favorite things.
Yes. I feel like we could do a whole nother episode on this because we sat down and we're like, let's think of some of our favorite things. And like within 30 seconds, we both had 4 or 5 things.
Yes, it's a lot of these were pretty obvious choices because we literally use them every day.
So I feel like in my list, I thought of things that are functional for the most part, but also maybe a luxury item. So.
Such as, I mean, you want to go ahead and just start?
I'll go ahead and jump in.
Just get right into it.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe.
And what are we drinking tonight?
A porter.
This is the PB2 porter from, actually.
No, it's a stout. It's a stout.
Yeah, the PB2 stout from Lake of the Ozarks Brewery. It's a brewery that's local, so pretty cool.
The very first item on our list is something that I purchased very early on after we moved into this house, and it was, I knew I wanted a lot of, this is before I got real vegetation in our home.
Real green,
like actual alive plants. I ordered an olive tree from Target. And so it's like a very genuine looking olive tree. It's beautiful. It's adorable. We had it.
We'll insert a picture here.
We now have it in our bedroom. We did have it in our living room, and then I purchased like a larger alive plant to replace it. But now we have it in our bedroom, and it's a perfect little like sprig of greenery in our room.
Yeah, it actually functions well.
It's actually in a place in our room that would get 0 sunlight whatsoever. So you could not have a real plant in this location. So if you have anywhere in your home that does not have natural sunlight, then this would be the perfect type of plant to put in that location.
I don't really believe in feng shui.
I know you don't.
However, I feel like this is a good feng shui piece.
I feel like greenery in any room makes you happier. And then,
yeah, totally.
Like real greenery does like buffer the air,
yeah,
too.
Good for the environment.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is something that just
it's a win-win.
Makes me feel happy.
So
what makes you feel happy?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into straight functionality as opposed to luxury.
Okay.
Both Bear and Lindell have their favorite shoes. These are heavily used because Lindell wears these almost every day. Probably the best part about these shoes is that she can put them on herself. If you have twins or a toddler, you know how awesome it is when they can put on their own shoes, their own whatever, pants, coat. These are native shoes. They're awesome. Check them out. Everything that we talk about, we're going to link below. These are well worth the money and beyond.
Bear has some too, and they're the only shoes that he'll even attempt to put on himself.
And he has a wider foot.
He does.
And they fit perfect. What do you have next, honey?
I have the KitchenAid. Gosh.
What would we do without that thing?
It's definitely a splurge. If you're on the fence about buying a KitchenAid,
I feel like if you have a kitchen, you kind of need a KitchenAid.
I know. It was something that we asked for as a wedding gift. It was on our wedding registry, and I think it was what, like my parents.
It was probably what, $300? Yeah.
$250, $300. It was what our parents bought us for our sole wedding gift. So it was a splurge. It was a splurgy type item. It's a good registry item if you're engaged or if you're getting married soon or if you're having a new baby. Honestly, like a new baby, this is a good item to register for because it is so handy when it comes to meal prep and just like recipes.
I mean, the oatmeal balls alone. So Rachel makes these awesome, like, not energy, but like protein oatmeal balls. Like if you were gonna buy them at our local Hy-Vee grocery store, just for like 24 of these balls is like $6. Rachel makes an entire batch.
Wait, okay, hold on. Whoa, it's like 10 balls is like $9.
Seriously?
Yes.
Holy cow.
I know. So yeah, I do make this, like we call them an energy ball or an energy nugget.
Yeah, more like a protein ball.
Yes. So it's like oats, peanut butter, syrup or honey, chia seeds, flaxseed. You mix it all together.
The good ones she puts chocolate chips into.
Some of them we put chocolate chips. You can put craisins. You can put cinnamon, whatever, like seasoning or spices.
Yeah, you can add whatever flavor you want. It's awesome.
And then you form them into a ball, and kids of all ages will eat them. And they have like good fats, good protein. They'll stick to their ribs. They're just like a good snack that they can eat that they won't be melting down half an hour later after they eat them. Like when you give them some balls and they eat them, you feel good about like, okay, they got a good, decent snack.
Right.
And they're very inexpensive, but the point being, I throw all of these ingredients into the KitchenAid, and it just like,
yeah.
It takes 2 seconds to make a batch of these because I throw everything into the KitchenAid and then I just turn it on. Same with like homemade cake.
Could you imagine doing that by hand?
No. Oh, to stir up those ingredients, I'm talking like globs of peanut butter. To stir all of that up would be horrendous.
Yeah, it wouldn't be worth it.
Nope, it would not.
I'd rather pay the $10 for the 9 balls.
Yeah. I also make homemade frosting, homemade cake, homemade cupcakes, anything that I make, homemade whipped cream, I make with the KitchenAid. I use that thing basically every day, so it is a splurge, but it is a splurge, in my opinion, that will pay dividends in the future if you don't have to buy like store-bought everything.
So going along the lines of nutritious meals for your children, Belvitas. So Rachel is not a huge fan. I mean, honestly,
I like this better than a bunch of other snacks, and that's why I've bought them in the past.
When it comes down to it, I'm not a huge fan of feeding our children processed foods either. But I feel like if we're gonna go like on a road trip in the RV, anywhere that it needs to be convenient, this is absolutely our go-to snack. And even for me, like if I'm like on the go and I need a breakfast, Belvitas is where it's at. And they have a ton of different flavors, and they're awesome, and they're pretty healthy.
As you're talking about this, I'm looking at the ingredient list, and it's just not that bad. No. There's not like a ton of stuff that you can't pronounce. It doesn't have any dairy in it, so if you have, I feel like the most common sensitivity of food is dairy, so there's no dairy.
Yeah, if you're gonna go healthy, then highly recommend Belvitas.
Healthy-ish.
If you're gonna go healthy and processed,
how many grams of sugar is in there? It's on the back, or the other side.
Oh yeah, there it is. Total sugar is 12 grams, 22% of your...
11 grams of added sugar.
That's for a whole pack. That's for 4 biscuits.
I have made my own.
That's a lot.
I've made, that's true.
That's like 4 biscuits for a toddler. That's a lot of food.
They eat like 1.
Yeah, we only give them 1.
Yeah.
So you're good.
Right. It comes in a pack of 4, so you like, each adult gets 1 and each kid gets 1, and it's great. Yeah. Everybody's blood sugar kind of regulates.
What's your next?
Good deal.
What's
okay,
your next one, honey?
Let me look it up here. Oh, Living Proof dry shampoo.
Yeah.
I've been talking about...
That's a staple for you.
It is. I've been talking about Living Proof...
Not that you don't shower.
No, but I just love my dry shampoo. I took it to the hospital with me whenever I had the twins.
Took it to the hospital.
I used to think of this item as a splurge, but now I realized it will save you money in your shampoo bill.
That's true. Your shampoo is really expensive.
It is really expensive. So if you can like stretch out days in between shampooing...
It's so horrible.
It does sound horrible, but it's not only better for your hair to not like wash it and suds it so much, but it's also like more cost effective to like spread that out. And you can use this dry shampoo that if you're a blonde, it makes your blonde roots, or your roots that are not so blonde anymore, look so much better. It also reminds me of when we had the twins and I used this dry shampoo in the hospital, and it like...
So that smell, that fragrance.
The fragrance reminded me of my newborn twins.
Yeah.
So I do love it for that reason. It does smell very good. It's a really good dry shampoo. I've tried a ton of them, and this is my favorite.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I think this is, I mean, we've been talking a lot about this, so I think we're going to make a part 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't want you to get bored, so we're going to cut it off here. And we'll just see you tomorrow for part 2.
Absolutely.
Of our absolute favorite things, must-have buys for this year Christmas. We hope that you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, Tell your friends about Brad and Rach. We would really appreciate it.
Yes, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.